The character is that one of a lion, never subdued and always ready to roar when waiting for impossible challenges that never hesitates to face with courage and determination. This is the brief but significant profile that we can draw to present well Gianni Sasso, the special marathon runner of the island of Ischia, that without the left leg, lost just at the age of 16, owing to a terrible car accident, continues to amaze the world with its historical sports exploits. After having broken in 2008 in New York the world record of category, held until then by Fabrizio Macchi, covering the scheduled 42 kilometers in 5 hours, 5 minutes and 44 seconds, and after being better himself of almost half an hour last year in Chicago. On next 26 September 2010 in Berlin, in the most famous marathon of Europe, Gianni will try a new and impossible exploit to close the race under the wall of 4 hours and 38 minutes. We met him in Ischia, where he is completing his training. We saw him to do everything, to run among cars in traffic, jump any obstacle that interposed him in front, to climb stairs as if nothing had happened, and last but not least, we have noticed him to do gymnastics and stretching, using and exercise tools, everything that he could meet as benches, boulders, trees, and here even a car door with the lowered window. Before the enchanting scenery offered by the ancient Borgo of Ischia Ponte, and as background the majestic and picturesque Castello Aragonese, Gianni, apart from confirming us his presence in Berlin, talked of his current physical condition. So, on the next 26 September, I will take part in the Berlin Marathon that will be held in Germany. It is the most famous marathon in Europe. We can say the most important, always on the distance of 42 kilometers and 165 meters. It is a very fast marathon, perhaps the fastest of worldwide, and not by chance. In that marathon there are several world records achieved for current champions. Now the training is completed. There are 2 weeks to the race. I hope to be able, of course, as always, to finish the marathon, and probably I hope also to realize a good time, even if, however, at these levels, now has become very difficult in case to improve, because anyway, if the first record in New York was unexpected, that one of 5 hours and 5 minutes, breaking even that one of Fabrizio Macchi, now I think almost impossible, probably after having achieved that one of Chicago in 4 hours and 38 minutes. But this time, the sole presence of Gianni at Berlin Marathon can be considered a real miracle, because something that few people know in recent months, our courageous athlete has been crushed and suffered the compound fracture of the right ankle, that is the unique foot that allows him to run, as Dr. Sergio De Rosa confirmed us. He is the orthopedic surgeon who has operated him with excellent result at the public hospital Rizzoli of the island of Ischia. Mr. Gianni Sasso was hospitalized in our hospital about the month of November for a compound and displaced fracture of the right ankle. The patient practically has been subjected to end operation at the operative unit of orthopedics of Rizzoli Hospital of Ischia, whose primary is Dr. Dario Sorbo. He was subjected to an operation of reduction of and synthesis of the malleolar fracture with tools of metal. Especially at the level of the tibial malleolus was inserted a titanium screw that the patient Gianni SASSO has still in the right ankle. We must consider that Mr. SASSO has undergone an amputation of the left leg several years ago, and therefore we can say that this fracture had, however, is normally a fracture of not much seriousness, instead in his case played obviously a greater importance just because it was the sole leg that the patient still keeps. If then we consider that he is a sportsman of world competitive level, which practically takes part in marathons, as for example the New York Marathon, and not least the marathon that he will take part soon, the marathon in Germany, we realize that the achieved result, not only with regard to the kind of operation, but also with regard just the biological response of the patient, really is remarkable. The accident and the operation psychologically would have literally knocked to the ground anyone, but surely not Gianni, who thanks to the professionalism of doctors of Rizzoli and his innate and incredible willpower, has returned to run as if nothing had happened, and to roar like a lion, wounded but certainly not defeated, and for the umpteenth time by that bad luck. The thing that makes us to have to underline is that a significant part of the team that has operated Gianni at the hospital under Rizzoli of Lacco Ameno, including Dr. Sergio De Rosa, ran the risk to leave forever the hospital of Lacco Ameno, because they are temporary physicians and surgeons, to which probably, as already in the past we have complained through PCML TV in December, will not be renewed the contract. What a shame! It would be an indelible social shame for our island that has more than 60,000 residents and the presence of about 5 million tourists a year, and which hospital would found itself with less 50% of doctors and nurses, and therefore with a hospital practically that must be closed. Finally, returning to the Berlin Marathon, we like to point out that Gianni, excellent exemplary sportsman, apart from being a marathon runner, is also an excellent soccer and futsal player, and only with the aid of crutches, it managed to be protagonist of ingenious plays, managing to make things that many players don't manage to make, not even with 2 legs. That's incredible. He runs, dribbles, cross, runs, kick, makes spectacular goals, and here he is able to perform in spectacular goals overturning that leave with bated breath and amazed spectators that are watching his match. To this special, to say the least, athlete, and certainly out of the ordinary, deserve our special and sincere wish, in order that he could return from Berlin with a new, historic and incredible sport exploit. Come on, Gianni. On 26 September, the island of Ischia, Italy, and all the world will be at your side and will root for you.